September is the reset moment. If your LinkedIn profile still looks like a CV, frankly, you're invisible. Join Allsorts of Hats for Position Your LinkedIn Profile for Success. It's a no-fluff masterclass that shows you how to get noticed, trusted, and contacted. 1 hour, practical, actionable. Book your place now. Welcome to episode 2 of what we're calling Cut the Noise. She's Kirsty Hall of Allsorts of Hats. I'm Gareth Wax of Many Purple Hats. And we're here to shake up your marketing to make it really get its bang for its buck. Today, we're talking about websites. Now, I know before we get into it, this may be a bitter pill to swallow, and I'm sorry about that. I'm saying that up front because you've spent time and money on that site. The contrast on it looks great, but no one visits, or at least not many people, and it's not really converting. So overall, if we were going to break it down, we'd say your website looks slick, the branding's beautiful, but guess what? No one's clicking. And you've built, effectively, a mansion in the middle of a blooming desert. All right. This episode is called Hats Off, the marketing truth you're not hearing. And we're going to tell you today why it's not working. We're not just going to pull you down. We're also going to give you some ideas of how to boost it back up again. So don't think we're just throwing smack at you. We're not. We're taking our hats off the nonsense you've been sold that a pretty website equals progress. It can do. It doesn't always. And if no one's visiting and no one's converting, it's not working. Let's fix all that. So let's talk about the triggers. You've paid a designer, and let's face it, it loads really quickly, and the colors match your brand, which is lovely. So tick, tick, tick. But in reality, you've got no leads, you've got no bookings, you're not getting any emails. The agency sold you design, but they forgot about strategy, and they forgot about your endpoint, which is you need some sort of conversion. Traffic without conversion is just white noise. No traffic, well, that's a ghost town.
So I'm going to talk about 3 truths for your website and the way you can really get it standing out above that white noise so that you're actually getting those conversions that you really want and need. So I've got 3 truths for you. Truth number 1. You've built it, but you didn't give it a reason to visit it. So you've launched your website and you've waited and waited. Nothing happened because you didn't tell anybody to go there. Like, what's the point in having this wonderful website if you've told nobody about it? If you've not posted about it on LinkedIn that you've got this fantastic website, or you've not done your background work and connecting it up to your Google page and your SEO's all right, then it's not going to show up. Websites don't come with built-in traffic. You've got to get that traffic to your website. No one will type your web address in just for fun. You've got to create the paths that lead them there.
You've got to make it nice and easy for them.
Oh, you certainly have. So I've got 3 questions for you. When was the last time you linked your website in a post that it wasn't promotional post though? So I don't know, at the end of that, a free tip, did you link it back to your website? Does your LinkedIn profile or Facebook profile, Instagram profile, TikTok profile mention your website? But also, is it in your feature section, your comments, your stories? Remember, websites don't generate traffic, but you do. You can get that traffic onto your website.
Backlinks are everything.
They certainly are. So, truth 2. You're treating it like a brochure and not a tool. Now, I get it is a bit of a brochure, but just remember, it's also a tool. It can't be all about you, but nothing for them. It needs to be about them. Get them thinking that you've created this website for them, even though really you've done it for you and your business. Your visitor isn't here to read your life story. They don't really give a damn about your life story, truth be told. They want to know how you help them but also what they're getting out of working with you. So if the homepage opens with we're a passionate team of, and enter your industry there, you've lost them. Your website shouldn't be a static about us poster. It should be a problem solver. So again, got a question. How many times does your homepage say we instead of you?
Nobody likes people weeing all over their pages.
Oh, they certainly don't. The we should definitely stay in the toilet. And if someone landed on your homepage cold, would they know in 5 to 10 seconds what you offer and who's it for? So if your website sounds like a CV, you've already failed, and visitors care about one thing. Can this solve my problem?
Yes, the most important thing you can be doing here is making them feel that you already understand their issue. If they feel innately drawn to you because of the way in which you put yourself across in your website, isn't that half the battle, Kirsty?
It certainly is. So you need to know their pain point, know how you're going to help them, and make sure that you're really solving that when you go to their website. For example, Tesco's. Now, if you load Tesco website up, what's your problem? You need food in your house, let's face it. And if you're like me, you've got 2 kids, they're constantly emptying the cupboards. So I go to Tesco's to fill my cupboard up. Now, the fact that they've got those special offers there to grab my attention, and that I can earn extra club card points if I buy this, and doing this can get me this, that's just an advantage. And your website should do exactly that. So truth 3, there's nowhere obvious to go next. So you've got them onto your website. Excellent. We've got visitors on our website. But now what? Have you got a call to action? Or worse, it takes like 10 minutes to get through to the contact us page. And then you ask 1,000 questions and you want to know what they have for dinner for the last 5 years. Sorry, but you've lost me at that. Give them an email address, give them a contact number, or if you are going to do a contact us form, make it nice and simple. Don't go asking for their life history, because let's face it, people have an attention span of like 10 seconds these days, and it's going down less and less and less. So make it nice and simple for them to contact you.
You've got to make sure that you never ask more than 4 or 5 questions if you're asking questions at all, because people will just bore off. They've got what about 30 seconds attention span? You've got about 2 or 3 seconds at the beginning to grab their attention, and then each part of the time they light upon some other aspect of your website, it's going to draw them in still further, or at least make them feel like the next stage would be contacting you.
Yeah, very much so. So they're on your website, but what now? So we've already spoke that you need a call to action and not a complicated call to action.
Right.
But you've actually grabbed them in them first few seconds. Fantastic. Right. You've done your job right there. And a great way of doing that is adding a video. And if you go to the Allsorts of Hats website, you'll see a great video of me and Gareth there talking about everything that we do and what we can offer and how we help people. That's not all about us, but about how clients feel and how they help, or how we help them even.
So short form video is the current killer app at the moment. No more than about half a minute to a minute that absolutely encapsulates what it is people want to know about in such a way that they feel like, well, there's loads of stuff that's not being said here. I better look into it further.
Exactly that, Gareth. So you've got them past that first line. They've decided to read a bit more and they've decided to click through. But actually, there's still too much effort. They want it nice and simple. So if you've got a free download, put a button there that says free download so they can click it and they haven't got to go from this page to this page, back to this page. Oh, hang on, I need to scroll down a bit. Nice and simple. Buttons and simplicity. That is the key. So again, got a couple of things to ask you. What is that one thing you're trying to get somebody to do when they land on your site? Is it that you want them to download your 10 free tips? Or is it you want them to book a one-to-one with you? What do you want them to do when they're on your website? Because if it's just full of information, I'll tell you now, they're going to go elsewhere, especially with AI these days. How easy is it to load up ChatGPT, find the answer, job done? I'm not going to sit for half an hour scrolling through your website and hope to find the answer. Sorry, guys.
No, it's so critical. You've got to give them something they can get their teeth into now. If you grab their attention that first 3 seconds, you've got to capitalize on it. If you bore them into insignificance, they'll just give up and go and do something else.
They certainly will. And I read something earlier actually, and it was saying a website without a call to action is like a shop with no till. Now, how many times do you go to a shop and there's no till? Never. So why would you go to a website that has no call to action?
That would be stupid, frankly. That would be stupid.
It certainly would. So when you've got them on your website, give them one job. Make it an obvious job. So download your free tips, book a one-to-one, whatever you want that job to be. Just summarize my 3 tips. You build it, but you don't give them a reason to visit. So make sure you're giving the person a reason to visit. Truth 2, you're treating it like a brochure and not a tool. So making sure that you're solving a pain point and you want to actually help them rather than them helping you. And truth 3, there's nowhere obvious to go next. So there's no clear call to action. There's no clear download here or anything like that.
You've got to give them the pathway to follow. You've got to make them feel like they're not just here on a whim, but there's a purpose to this visit, and you give them that direction. So now it's ready for them to do the job that you've given them, whether that be clicking on this or follow that or fill this in. Let's talk about the call to action, and I'll give you a little bit of a challenge as well.
Go for it.
I want you to open your existing website, and I want you to think and pretend that you've never seen it before. Is the first line on there about you or about the problem? And is there an obvious next step? And please, if you need to explain it to someone, it's not an obvious next step. It should be so blinding obvious that no further explanation is required for them to know what to do. If they have to work out that they add this and square root that and subtract it from the number they first thought of and add it to a fridge, then they've already lost. They need to be, why didn't I think of that before? Or, well, I'm really curious, so I better click on that to fill that in so I can get to the next step. Audit your site in the mind through the eyes of a customer and be brutal. If you're really brave, tag us in and we'll give you some honest feedback. And I promise we'll be kind. Well, as kind as I ever am. Maybe. The point about this is we want you to succeed. We don't get any benefit about seeing you fail. So we're going to give you, and we don't really sell websites. It's not our deal. But the only way you can communicate effectively is to have a website in the mix, in the marketing mix of things you do. And if it's not all pulling together, if there's a weak link in that mix, it'll pull all the rest down with it. All right. Thank you so much for spending the time today with us. We've got episode 3 coming up. What's that about, Kirsty?
So next week on episode 3, we're going the real reasons no one's buying from your LinkedIn post. And we're going to actually switch it up a bit next week because I'm going to get Gareth doing the truths behind LinkedIn because that's his baby after all. So you get to find out more about LinkedIn, but from Gareth, the man himself.
Same time, same hats, Tuesday, 11 a.m. It might not be the same hats. It might be a different one. No fluff, no filter, just all sorts of hats. Bye-bye now.